Now, what is Zazzle? Now, to simply put, Zazzle is one of the biggest, one of the oldest, one of the most amazing print-on-demand platforms on planet Earth. It was established in the year 1999. Yes, 1999. Up to now, imagine a lot of people have never even heard about Zazzle. That's how crazy it is. One of the biggest print-on-demand platforms on planet Earth, raking in a revenue, an annual revenue of between 200 million to 500 million US dollars. It's a website that pulls a crowd of 11 million plus monthly visitors, 11 million people walking through the streets of Zazzle each and every month just looking for something to buy. Now, this are people who know the brand, have been following the brand all this year since 1999, trust the brand, and they believe in the good qualities the brand has. I'm going to tell you more about that in the pros. Let's look at the fees. Zazzle has a 5% fees on any royalty above 15%. Now, Zazzle actually allows you to change the pricing of the products that you can sell, or rather that you're selling on Zazzle. It is a bit different from other platforms like TeePublic that do not allow you to flex the muscles in terms of the revenue that you would earn. I personally have pushed it as far as 90%, 80% on some products, and I have sold. I wouldn't highly recommend that. My stable, I think revenue percentage was 30% for the better time of the time that I started out and I was making some sales. But moving on, I decided to settle out at around 10 to 15% because I'm looking at the longevity of the platform. I'm looking at so many things, and that's what I would really advise for you to play around. So Zazzle actually allows you to change the rates, the royalty, but note, if you will go beyond 15%, there's a 5% fee that is added. But if you place your royalty at 14.9%, there's no 15%. I mean, there's no 5% fee. And a lot of kind of like smart people play it at 14.9% so that you avoid the 5% fee. Anything below 15%, remember, no fee. Another thing, high markups. So as I said, you can change the pricing on Zazzle, and that allows you to have high markups, especially on products like business cards, products like birthday cards, any printable. You can actually really mark up. On printables, you can go as high as 30%. I wouldn't really recommend it. Play between 10 to 15% if you want a long-lasting business, if you want to rake in some good amount of cash. Remember, we have 11 million people on the website. Do not price it so high that you lose a lot of people. Rather, price it a bit average so that you can rake in the 11 million people who are coming. Come on, imagine even if you got 1% of the 11 million people just buying your business card each and every day, or 0.1% of the 11 million. It's too much. So do not be greedy when it comes to pricing, and that's one of the biggest lessons I learned when I joined Zazzle. Do not be greedy, by the way. Let's talk about the product range. Zazzle has the largest, oh my goodness, Zazzle has the largest product range and the most diverse of all the print-on-demand the marketplaces out there. So Zazzle is a marketplace. It's not a provider like Printify or Printful. You can't connect a Zazzle with a social media account or your website. You really can't. So you go there, you create your products, and then Zazzle will handle everything. It is a passive type of print-on-demand, and I love it. It's an amazing, amazing platform. So it has the most diverse product. Their main focus, Zazzle is really known for wedding supplies, for business supplies, for clothing, for home decor, for tech and accessories. They have more than 1,000 different products. Imagine that you can actually brand and sell on Zazzle, including the skateboards I was talking about, cornholes, pickleball paddles. Pickleball paddles, a bit of a mouthful, tongue twister as well. Stadium seats, I've been talking about them a lot. There's so much you can sell on Zazzle if you just put your mind and your time into it. Pays way, way more than TeePublic. But I would, if you're just starting out, start on TeePublic. Do not even attempt to start on Zazzle. It will be a bit overwhelming to some extent. I'm going to talk about the cons, a few. So talking about the target audience, it is a broad-based target audience because they target everyone. They sell almost a lot of products, t-shirts, mugs, stickers, everything you think about. you can actually brand a lot of things. Even jackets, denim jackets are found in Zazzle. A lot of things, even wine bottles, I think you can, yeah, LED signs, so many things you can do on Zazzle. And I think recently they introduced jewelry, if I'm not wrong. They're actually testing out, because everyone is the jewelry uh, buzz is getting to everyone, and everyone wants to get the high revenue and high markup products into their stores, because jewelry sell a lot. Um, Talking about the target audience, as I said, the broad-based, they really focus on personalized gifts, personalized stuff, because weddings are personalized. You have to put someone's name. Birthday cards are personalized. You put someone's name, someone's picture. Business cards as well. A lot of business cards sell on Zazzle, and you can personalize them. These are personalized products. So Zazzle, the main products that actually sell on Zazzle are personalized products. So if you just come with a t-shirt and think your design will sell on Zazzle, you really won't go. People in Zazzle love personalizing products, and there's a lot of money if someone is personalizing or customizing a product. Even if you're making a t-shirt, leave space for someone to add a team name, a personal name, happy birthday to someone, their name over there. So there's a lot of things you can actually do on Zazzle in terms of customization. So let's talk about the pros of Zazzle. Number one, they have a wide product range. As I said, they sell a lot of products, thousands of products. So it's so much. It's too much. It's crazy. Zazzle has a lot. Let's too much. Number two, easy customization. The customization is very easy. Once you understand, there's a bit of a learning curve, in terms of understanding the Zazzle design tool. But if you know how to design, if you've ever used Adobe for Photoshop, or you use Photopea, or you know how to use Canva, it's a bit of it's not really hard. You'll understand with I think if you upload 5 to 10 products, by the time you upload these products, you'll understand the whole physique and the whole layout and user interface. Sorry, that Zazzle has. It's a bit different from other platforms, how Zazzle uploads. Another thing, Zazzle does not have a multi-upload option. I think they removed it because they do not want people to spam. Not like TeePublic, where you find you can upload a lot of products, and that is where I think we're getting to the cons. And I'm sorry for getting to the cons. One more thing, global reach. Zazzle has a huge reach internationally. I sell products in Japan. I sell products in Australia. I sell products in weird islands. It's crazy. I sell a lot in different places. And the beauty about Zazzle, they have localized websites. Like in Japan, the language is local. In China, the language is local. In all these different, like in Europe, and Australia, they localize a lot of stuff. So if you upload your products, especially if you're signing up with Zazzle US, that is Zazzle.com, the main website, I think it will be Zazzle US, they'll easily translate all these products, even in French, even in all these languages, for people in their local native language, even in German. Imagine, I've sold a lot of business cards in Germany. It's crazy. So Zazzle is huge. It has a huge global reach. Now let's talk about the cons about Zazzle. Number one, high tax. Woo! So if you are in Africa or wherever, I don't know, if you're in the United States, Zazzle immediately take 30% of your revenue. 30 gone. Do not even think about it. And the worst thing about this is that the amount of cash Zazzle shows you on the back end is not the amount of cash that actually comes to you. The one that comes is actually less than 30%. And it pains you. The more money you make, you start feeling the pinch. It's crazy. I think I don't know about the taxes in the US. I highly suspect if you have a registered company in the US or in Europe, you'd have less tax because it's too high. It's too high for people who are in Africa and who are not in the United States. Tell me if you're in Asia. Tell me. I don't know. Tell me in the comment section below if you're in Asia or if you're in Australia. I don't know about Australia though. I do not know. Tell me. If you're in the US and do you use Zazzle, You pay tax. How much? Tell me below. Another con is the low base profit. If you Let me say this: a product like a business card or a T-shirt. For you to actually scale up the numbers, you have to lower the price. You have to lower the profit margin. I said I'm putting mine. I play between 10 to 15%, 14.9%. I used to play at 30%. I was making sales, but I noticed that after a month or two, then the listings start going down. So you need to be very competitive. And once you're competitive, before the sales start picking up, the profit comes very, very little. It's very little before you start picking up. Now, the beauty about Zazzle, and I think one of the pros I haven't mentioned, is that just like TeePublic, once you start selling, Zazzle has a way of marketing the designs that are selling. If your product is selling, Zazzle picks that product, it actually puts it in a pool of advertising where they actually buy like a group advertising package on Meta, on YouTube, Google, on X, on TikTok. They buy a lot of advertisement and they promote your products. Even on Pinterest, they promote your products because they know once you sell, they sell at the end of the day. So all these platforms work similarly. They actually work the same. They promote, especially the marketplaces, they promote your products because they know they're making money from you. I don't think Etsy does that. No, Etsy actually charges you for advertisement. It has a lot of people, 600 million plus. I'm talking about 11 million here on Zazzle. So it's a fairly smaller website than Etsy, but still raking in the money. Remember, Etsy has 600 million monthly users and rakes in $1 billion. This has 11 million users and it's raking in almost half of what Etsy is raking it at 11 million. So you can see this is a very niche-centered marketplace that once you crack it, once you understand, especially if you're in weddings, into your supplies, into business supplies and all this, Zazzle can be an amazing platform for you. Another thing, less control over branding. You really do not have a lot of control over your store. I noticed that. And another unfortunate thing that you really can't connect your Zazzle store to maybe something like Facebook Pixels. If you want to buy advertisement on Meta, you can't connect it to Pinterest. If you want to buy adverts on Pinterest, you can't connect it to Google if you want. It's crazy. I wish Zazzle would have that chance to give people a chance to promote their stores. If they could connect with Facebook so that Facebook can get the data they need to make sure. Because see, Facebook can't promote something they can't track. And it's very important for you to understand that. And that's why a lot of people who are marketing and promoting print-on-demand products, the only way they can promote on Facebook is through something like Shopify. So that's one very big con about Zazzle. You can't really connect with Facebook and get the pixel data because Facebook needs to make sure that once a sale has been made, they get the notification, they track everything to make sure everything's good. But if they cannot track your store, they can't sell it, they can't advertise it. So that's one thing. The only way you can track data on Zazzle and on this other platforms is you connect to your Google Analytics. But the most Google Analytics can do is just tell you who's visiting from where. Just basic. They can't get the data that Facebook, Meta and Google need in terms of advertising. It's called the pixel data. They can't give you that. It's that sad. But that is Zazzle in a nutshell. It is a big website, the oldest website, and one of the biggest websites. I really love this website. So if you want to learn more about print on demand, if this is your first time to hear about print on demand, I do have a free live webinar going on right now. So if you want to join in, hop in right now. I'm teaching about print on demand from the start to the finish. You get to watch over my shoulders. I open up an account as I break down the whole concept about print on demand better for you. So if you want to start, do not start with Zazzle. That is a bit technical. Start with TeePublic. That's what I'm teaching. Scan this code right now. The class is starting right now. And thank you very much for joining today's lesson. My good name is XT Della, your favorite print on demand coach. And yeah, thank you very much as usual for the privilege of your time. So if you found value in this video today, please remember the only way I will know that you found value is either you comment or you like. That's the only way that I will know that what I'm creating, all this knowledge that I'm pumping in is actually valuable to you. If it's not valuable, I will not pump it. Yeah, thank you very much. See you next time, next lesson. Do take care.